they perform the foreign exchange trades. Brazil forming recession. So this is like, I'm starting to talk about some like news or articles that they are aware important in Brazil. So when it happened, so between the years 2002 and 2008, who did it? The finance minister, Joaquim Levy. And what happened? Basically, Brazil fiscal and monetary levels are like stuck, I don't know, jam, like stuck. It became tight on global spending, 4%, rising import market. So this made like more inflation. It become like everything, the prices like go up. Government stop inflation. As inflation rises, every dollar you own was a smaller percentage of goods or services. Another review, the economic situation. When did it happen? 2014. Who was in charge of what it happened? The governor of the central bank, Alexander Bombini. What happened? So Brazil has broken policy levels. It has stopped getting growth, and the price, if the prices increases, the real fall. The real is the actual one. The way they pay in Brazil is the currency. And with that, Brazil has to stop with the debt. Alexander Bombini was to something to keep interest rate high. So they needed to do that in order to stop. Another new after the election, the economy went in October 2014. Who did not resign? The actual president of Brazil. What happened? The rise of the increase of poverty, the poverty increased, and this affected the income, what the country produced, and this got into high inflation, so all the money, the price of everything increased, and everything is like around the central bank, like every central bank like controls like everything that exists before, like most of Brazil's like economy. Index economic freedom went 2015. This is more recent. What happened? So Brazil's economic freedom is making the economy the 118th freeze in the 2015 index. So the economy has like not improved, so it's worse than last year. More work in order to change this, the more reforms will be needed to guarantee economic development, so we could grow. Conclusion, so basically the unemployment rate, so that is above the ideal one, it's not only like causes those problems that people do not have jobs, they also like make people like, the country will be more, I don't know if we have more poverty because they don't have the opportunities to work and to like help their family, and if they don't help their family, they most of the time like cause delinquency and corruption, and this won't be like beneficial for Brazil's country in general.
The political system is like a group of legal instructions that come from the government or state, and as Mexico did, we have like division of three: the executive, the legislative, and judicial. And the executive, the president is in charge of everything, and the legislative, the federal and the deputies, and the judicial, they are in charge of the government laws. The political parties are four main in Brazil that are in charge of make the laws like be right. no. The first one is a PT, that is like the name says, El Partido de los Trabajadores. It's made of workers, and it is commanded by Lula da Silva, who was the last president. The Partido de la Socialdemocracia Brasileña was founded by Fernando Henrique Cardoso. Also, the PMVD, Partido Movimiento Democrático Brasileño, it is the center-right party. And the DIM is the Democrat, the right party. One political figure that is really important is Lula da Silva. He was the one who connected the government and society, who made like a real good connection, and he made Brazil like grow a lot in economic and in society. Dilma Rousseff is the actual president, and she was the first woman elected. She used to work in the cabinet of Lula da Silva, and she said that he will continue with the government of Lula. And Fernando Henrique Cardoso was really important because he get the economy of Brazil grow in his period of president. Brazil, even though it has a lot of people and good people in the government, it have a lot of problems because of the instability of the state, like the rate of crimes, robbery, and it had increased in the last decades. And in the start, Brazil had a lot of big cities, not a lot of divisions. And nowadays, with the political state, they have created a lot of small cities that create a lot of poverty. And because of the instability of the government, Brazil do not have military troops. So this is a big issue because when they have problems and poverty and violent stuff, they do not have how to control them. It's really hard. And we conclude that Brazil, even though it is one of the biggest countries talking about natural resources, surface, and in the whole world, it had a lot of problems because of the instability of the politics, of the economy, and also society.
May I ask a few questions?
Yeah.
I'm curious, what is your levels of English? You're in a project like this. Are you all different mixed levels of English?
Yes.
Are you advanced? Are you advanced?
Hay poquitos, creo.
Huh?
Hay poquitos so
Like, I'm just curious, what are your levels of English? Level 4. For example, the advances know how to fight for its independence.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Portugal just automatically accepted that they could become their own
Now
sovereign
they
nation.
had like an agreement between the people in charge of those countries. They had an agreement. But it was a peace agreement. Like
Yes.
there wasn't any fights, or that's why they say it's not like they didn't need to fight for independence. There was like something.
A verbal contract.
Yeah,
Contract
something
between
in the agreement.
that they could be an independent sovereign state.
Yeah, they signed some.
Yeah, it was like the music agreement.
Another detail that caught my attention, you said the title of the society, and you had mentioned gays. And I was thinking because of the size of Brazil, it is the largest Latin American nation, correct?
Yeah.
And with all the how do I say this, the beautiful people, the aesthetic surgeries, I would think that homosexuality would be more accepted, or at least more accepted among the youth. you say taboo, do you mean persecution, arrest?
No.
It's like in some African nations where it's illegal to be gay. In this case, are you referring to that or a social no-no that?
Yeah, something that is not
Yeah,
they
so
don't seem for the society.
Mhm. Is that equal to or is that greater than what we see in Mexico?
I think it is equal.
Equal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Mexico, they like, what I have noticed is that they like discriminate like more people, like more different like, types of, I don't know, like people, like, for example, gays, I don't know, like different kinds, and sure. And in Brazil, like, when we like investigate like gays and like some other, but not too much like here.
I think that in Brazil they are not discriminating them, but they do not want to talk about a lot of stuff.
So it's not surfaced. It's not dialogue. It's not talk. Something else caught my attention. You kept on saying the word corruption. The corruption in Brazil. Linking that to government. Linking that to inflation. At present, isn't the economy of Brazil, isn't it stronger than our own Mexican economy? 2 years ago, or 2 summers ago, in the global magazines of the world, global news magazines in the world, there's some extraordinary advancements and technological advancements with Brazil. For example, their distribution of how they do away with trash, for example. They burn it as a result, when they burn it, they actually use that to produce electricity or fuel. And I thought that was interesting. Business, in the business section, I understand that there's some extraordinary technological advancements in engineering, automotive engineering, and also in fuel or substitution of fuel engineering, which I would assume that would boost up the economy.
I think at the start of Dilma Rousseff, the actual president,
2003, okay, yes.
yeah, she was following like the Lula da Silva's government,
Yes.
and it was not doing great. But in the last months, I think in the Mundial,
Yes.
it happened a lot of tricky stuff in the economy and some like instability in the society that caused a lot of problems.
So basically, knowing about like other countries, like when the such a big event like the World Cup like occurs, it like causes like in the country like I don't know like strikes like where
Yes.
and here we like in Brazil like last year during the World Cup, like many people like didn't agree with what the government was doing in order to like achieve all the necessities like the World Cup like needs to have, like for example to build more like hotels, I don't know, like more places where the people, the tourists could like arrive. They like were affecting the society from Brazil, and that's why they didn't agree, and this created like a big conflict in the country.
It's definitely a nation of contrasts.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last one I was going to ask. Also important. Thank you very much. Oh my God.